Okay, so up on the board to review our numbers. If you see where I'm pointing to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say four numbers, and then I'm going to pull names. And if it's your name, you're the lucky person that gets to repeat it. Okay? So let's start off with the first one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And the lucky person is Declan. You have to repeat that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, that's fine. It's just those four. That's enough. And important because we need to go back to There's no N on the end of it. It's just a nasal sound at the end. That's it. And 2,
2,
3,
3,
and cat.
cat.
Do you have a cat?
No, I have dog.
Okay. Well, your dog probably doesn't like cats, but that's how you say it. It's not quatre, it's just cat.
All right.
Okay? All right, so the next person is going to repeat after me, and I'll say your name out first. Grace. Grace, you're up. Here's the numbers you have to repeat. 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Beautiful. Okay, now everybody else should be repeating that too, silently, with your sound off. Don't just let Marcus be the only one to go next. Okay, Marcus, you need your mic on. And les numéros est 9, 10, 11, 12.
9, 10, 9, 9.
Oh, you're close. You went back to 9 again. So watching the board, 9, 10, 11, 12.
9, 10, 9, 12.
Very close, but with 11 and 12, it's 11. Repeat that.
11.
That's it. 11. That was beautiful. And 12.
12.
That's it. So once more, encore. Okay, again. 9, 10, 11, 12.
11.
12.
12.
Super. Good. Good for you. Okay, Lola, you're the next lucky person. 13, 14, 15, 16.
15, 14, 16, 15.
Oh, close. Close. You got the 15 and 16 mixed up. 13 is 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, and 16. And if you look at 15, it's kind of like, it starts off, it looks a little bit like 5, doesn't it? It's got some of the same letters in it. It's got all of the letters of 5 in it. So 15 is 15, 16 is, it starts off like 6, 16 is 16. Okay, so encore s'il vous plaît. 13, 14, 15, 16.
13, 14, 15, 16.
That's it. Good. Okay. Be careful on the 15 that it's not canes. It's not like walking with two canes, right? It's 15. So there's just an eh sound for the end. Can you try that again?
15.
That's it. That's pretty close. Good for you. All right. Who's my next victim? I mean my next volunteer. Oh, it's Zach. Félicitations, Zach. So have your mic open, and it's 17, 18, 19.
17, 18, 19.
That's it. Good. Okay, so remember on 17, it's just like, it's not like September with a P in it. It's just like set the cup on the table.
Ah.
Okay, so encore s'il vous plaît. 17,
17,
18,
18,
19.
19.
Okay, and if you notice, those numbers are, and Anne-Labelle, do you want to tell me what those numbers are? 17. En anglais.
17, 18, and 19.
Super, good. And of course, it's just the 10, the 1 in the 10s column, and the 7 in the 7s column. So 17, it's almost like adding, right? 10 plus 7. Now, the reason why I do that is because we're going to introduce a few new words to you. is 20. So everyone say 20.
20.
Yeah.
20.
20.
Very good. Nobody said vent, which is, it's not a vent like an air vent. It's just a vent, which is very close. I mean, you couldn't tell the difference between the word 20 in French and vin, V-E-N, which is wine. Okay, so it's pronounced the same, vin. All right, so 20 is 20, and when you add 1 on it, you go 21. Everyone say 21.
21.
21.
Yeah, and you'll notice that the T is pronounced when you add the and onto it, which is ET, because of the vowel. Remember with the S's, how often the S is silent unless it's followed by a vowel, and then you hear it. Then it's spoken. It's the same thing with 20. So when we get to 22, there is no and. Just when you're adding 1 on. And why that is, I don't know. I think it's just the French trying to make things difficult for the English, right? So they say 20 and 1, and then they go 22, 23, 24. And that's as high as we're going today. So I'm going to get you to repeat after me. 21,
21.
21.
22,
22.
23,
24.
24.
24.
Okay, so like 20 cats. Can you imagine? And that's it. And that's as far as we need to go for today, because I have numbers up to 24 for your bingo card. And that's as much as I'm going to pull for today. All right, so very quickly, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go through the Tele Francais, and then, as quickly as possible, and then we're going to take off for the game and review your numbers.
Oh, I see it.
Wonderful. Merveilleux. Okay, nous commençons. We begin. C'est l'heure. And the wonderful thing about Tele Francais is that you're getting to hear excellent French. So listen to when he starts off with 15. Okay, it's wonderful.
15, 10, 5. Arrêtez!
Arrêtez là.
Arrêtez.
Mais
Stop.
pourquoi?
Why?
Parce
Pourquoi?
que c'est l'heure pour un super test.
Parce que means because. Because it's time for un super test. I don't need to tell you what that is.
Un super test.
Colossal!
Colossal.
Gigantesque!
Gigantesque.
Monstrueux!
Oh, monstrous.
C'est normal? Pas pour moi. Je suis un ananas.
Okay, so everything normal, everything okay? And it says, pas pour moi, not for me. Pourquoi? Why? Parce que je suis, because je suis un ananas. Well, what does that have to do with it? I wonder.
Oui, lui, c'est un ananas.
Et les ananas n'ont pas de test.
Oui, c'est vrai. Les ananas.
C'est vrai. It's true. Pineapples don't have, there's the avoir with the plural, so that would be il or elle, plural. They don't have un tas. It seems to me Anana wanted to do everything else. Now he's using the fact that he's a pineapple as an excuse.
T'ont pas de test.
Jamais, jamais,
Never,
jamais.
never, never.
Pourquoi pas? Notre ananas est trop
Why
intelligent.
not? You're very intelligent.
Oui, c'est ça.
Oui, yes.
Non, parce qu'il est un ananas.
No,
C'est
because
tout.
he's
Bon,
a pineapple. That's all.
Continuons.
C'est tout.
Attends, s'il
Wait,
te
wait.
plaît.
Okay, so there's the verb. That's an RE verb rather than an ER verb. Attendre means wait. And if you ever go to a very classy hotel or restaurant, you may see an attendant in the washroom, and they're just standing there. They don't do much. They just wait, And when you're all finished and stuff like that, they make sure that everything's clean and that you have a fresh towel and stuff like that. Attendre. So an attendant is someone who waits on you. Attendre, wait, s'il vous plaît. And here they're speaking to him in the familiar, s'il te plaît. Okay? Normally we use s'il vous plaît.
Oui, attends. Étudions vite.
Bon, vous êtes prêts?
Non.
Ouvrez.
Vous êtes prêts? You are ready? Is anyone ever ready for a big test?
Vos cahiers de test.
Ouvrez le cahier. Open the
Première
book, the test
question.
book.
Première partie.
What is he saying here? Première question, première partie. Tobias.
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas. C'est bon. That's good. I accept that answer. All right, let's try a volunteer. Who would like to volunteer to translate that? In soccer, you have the Premier League, right? It's the first question. The Premier, like the Premier League in soccer, is the first league. It's the top league. You can't get any higher. You have to be a top team. You have to be one of the first 10 teams from the top to be in the Premier League. So first question, first part. Okay, let's move on.
Voici Cléo.
Here's
Elle dit
Cleo.
A,
Elle dit, she says.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Cléo.
B,
Bonjour, je déteste les parachutes.
Okay, there's a new word. All right, who wants to volunteer what Cleo is saying there?
Well, this is Annabelle.
Amabel, go ahead, Amabel.
This, hello, I hate the parachute.
Yeah, that's it. Je déteste. So when you detest something, that's a very strong statement, isn't it? To detest parachute jumping. Okay, well, that's Bay. Let's see what say is. Merci,
C.
Amabel.
Bonjour, je suis Anna.
Okay, do I need to ask what that is? No, because you guys all know French so well now. Je suis un ananas.
et la bonne réponse est
Ah,
Okay, what do you guys think? Shout it out. Shout it out. Well, I guess none of you guys are pineapples because
C. C. Oui, je suis un ananas.
oui, mais la fille n'est pas un ananas.
she says,
Ah,
but the
je
girl
comprends.
isn't
C'est
a
vrai.
pineapple.
La bonne
Says,
réponse
oh, oui.
est A.
The best
Oui.
response is
La bonne réponse est
Ah, bonjour, je m'appelle Cléo.
première question. Deuxième partie. Le garçon répond A.
Bonjour,
So he
tu es une
responds.
criminelle.
Oh, what did he just accuse her of?
Hi.
Being a criminal?
That's right. That's right. Good for you guys.
A.
Bonjour,
You
tu es une
are.
criminelle.
Notice
B.
the feminine there.
Bonjour, mon chat est perdu.
Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Mon chat est perdu.
Hello, my cat is lost.
Good for you. Annabelle, you're reading French now, hey? Since when did you become fluent in French? Maybe you should be teaching this class. Good for you. Thank you. Merci.
C.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Georges.
Et la bonne réponse est
Si, c'est
B. B. Et oui, c'est vrai. Mon chat est perdu.
non. Regarde-nous. Bonjour,
So watch.
je m'appelle Cléo. Bonjour, je m'appelle Georges.
Mais vous vous appelez Sophie et Jacques, non?
Okay, so he says, but your name is Jacques et Sophie. Right?
Non?
Oui, mais pas dans le mini-dialogue.
C'est difficile ce test. Oh là 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 là.
C'est difficile. Okay. Who wants to volunteer about what difficile means?
It's a hard test.
Yeah, thank you, Lydia. It's merci. It's difficile. It's difficult, right? So there's really another cognate, isn't it? Okay, it's very similar to the English.
Deuxième question.
Deuxième question, the second
Une
question.
aventure de la reine Catherine.
And I'll just pause it there. You know what une adventure would be. So an adventure of the feminine, the queen. That's a new word. A nouveau mot. Okay, M-O-T for word. Reine is queen. An adventure of the Queen Catherine.
Une bande dessinée.
Bande dessinée.
Bravo.
The comic strip.
Hip hip hip, hurrah! Hip hip hip, hurrah! Hip hip hip, hurrah! Ananas, ananas, ananas. S'il te plaît.
If you
Pardon.
please.
Un jour, la reine Catherine va dans la forêt.
Okay, so un jour, one day, the Queen Catherine va, so goes, va, dans la forêt.
Mais
Mais qu'est-ce qu'elle dit?
What does she
Ah,
say? Qu'est-ce
c'est
qu'elle
ça
dit?
le test. Qu'est-ce
Ah,
qu'elle dit?
That's
Je
the
sais.
test. I
Elle
know.
dit
She says,
Il pleut.
qu'est-ce que c'est il pleut? A volunteer, s'il vous plaît. Zach, you have your mic on, so why don't you go for it? What is she saying?
I actually don't know.
Pardon? En français, s'il vous plaît.
Je ne sais pas.
That's it. That's it. Okay, please use that if you don't know. All right, so I'm going to pull some names then. Nika, what is she saying?
Je ne sais pas.
Wonderful. Eve, qu'est-ce qu'elle dit? What is it she says? I'll give you a hint, Eve. It's about the weather.
Wait, is it it's raining?
That's it. Ce n'est pas difficile. It's not difficult. Il pleut. It's raining. Merci, merci.
Oh là là, regardez, de l'eau.
De l'eau, the
s'il vous
water.
plaît,
If you
madame.
please, madame.
Merci. Merci.
Whoops.
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Il dit mais ce n'est pas possible.
It's not
Non,
possible.
pas ça.
Pas ça. Pas ça. Not that.
Il dit.
Il dit.
Excusez-moi, ma reine.
Excusez-moi.
C'est
Excuse
de
me,
ma
my
faute.
queen. It's my
Non, il dit.
fault.
Est-ce que vous savez nager? Annonceur, il dit.
Est-ce que
Okay. Well, she says what? And is it est-ce que? Is it that you? Now there's that word savez from the verb savoir. So that's an irregular verb. It's not an ER verb. I wish they were all ER verbs, but they're not. Savoir conjugates with vous with ez, which we're very familiar with. So it's not too difficult, but it conjugates in different ways with different pronouns. The savoir, the verb, I don't know if any of you remember seeing a cartoon on TV with a skunk, and he has a French accent, and he smells awful, of course, being a
Yeah,
skunk.
I've seen that.
Have you? And do you remember what his name is?
No.
No. His name is savoir-faire. Savoir-faire is everywhere, he keeps saying. Savoir-faire is everywhere. He's a little bit stuck up on himself. He thinks that he's, God's gift to all the female skunks out there. And he thinks he's very, very knowledgeable. He knows everything, right? He's got quite the ego. All right? So savoir is to know. And nager, that's a new ER verb. And I've never been able to come up with really a trick for trying to remember that nager is to swim. Sorry, I just have never been able to come up with one. It's just that you have to remember it. Nager is to swim. If you come up with a good trick for remembering that, please do let me know. Okay, here we go.
Vous savez nager?
Do you know how
Mais
to swim?
non, tu n'es pas sérieux. Qu'est-ce que c'est, annonceur?
Qu'est-ce que
qu'il
c'est?
dit?
What is it? What does she
Alors,
say? Qu'est-ce
regardez.
qu'elle dit?
Il dit au revoir. Au revoir. Excellent.
Formidable.
Alors, au revoir. Stop. Le test n'est pas fini.
It's not. The test is not finished.
Troisième question. Regardez Georges. Il va
Look at George.
à
He's going.
Sauter en parachute,
Parachute jumping.
B,
danser,
C.
compter.
Et la bonne réponse est...
The best
C'est.
response.
Il va camper. Oui, c'est.
C'est ça,
He's going
d'accord.
camping.
Non, ce n'est pas correct. Georges va...
Danser. Voilà.
Mais
Mais
oui.
ce n'est pas juste.
Of course.
Tricheur.
Tricheur.
Annonceur. Tu es un
You are a tricheur. So some guesses, please. What does tricheur mean?
Cheater.
Cheater? Literally, it means cheater. But if you can, do you see trickster in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So trickster, same sort of thing. A trickster, they're playing tricks on them, isn't he? You are a trickster or a cheater. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tricheur.
Silence!
Silence.
Regardez Cléo.
Silence.
Elle va à...
She's going
Regarder la télé,
to
B.
watch the television,
manger un sandwich,
eat
C.
a
jouer au
sandwich,
baseball.
play baseball.
Et la bonne réponse est
B. Elle va manger un sandwich.
B.
Oui, d'accord. B.
D'accord.
Non.
Okay, I'm going to stop with d'accord. D'accord is spelled, and now you'll see it up on the board as a new vocabulary. And d'accord is spelled D-A-C-C-O-R-D. So it's very close to what, when politicians like at the United Nations get together and they're hammering out a deal between each other. When they finally get around to making a deal, they have an agreement. And what that's called is an accord. When you have agreement, you have an accord. So d'accord means agreement. Okay, we agree,
Oh, ce n'est pas correct.
but it's not correct.
Cléo va...
She's
Oui,
going
au baseball.
to play baseball, of course.
Mais c'est ridicule.
Ridicule, ridiculous.
Absolument bizarre.
C'est
Bizarre.
un test impossible.
Ce n'est pas
Alors,
possible.
regardez Georges et
Ok,
Cléo.
Non. Nous ne regardons pas.
So there's regarder, conjugated with we. We watch not. Okay, so we're not going to watch George and Cleo.
Georges et Cléo.
Comment? Nous ne regardons pas Georges et Cléo. Pourquoi?
Why?
Parce qu'ils sont idiots.
Because it's stupid. Okay, they're not pleased with this test.
Je déteste les tests.
Ah,
Moi aussi. Moi aussi.
Pour les
Me
filles,
too.
les garçons et les ananas qui détestent les tests.
so for the girls and boys and pineapples who detest tests.
Je sais. Un autre test.
Non, une chanson.
Okay, gotta stop. Gotta tell you the story. Because all the kids that were taking French at Lake Trail School in Courtenay in grade 7 with me would all learn this song. And it was so funny when we have finals at the end of the year, everyone would be lined up outside of where they're taking the tests and they'd all be singing this song. It was amazing. And the teachers would just shake their head. They could not understand how every kid in the school was singing French songs outside of the test area.
Je déteste les tests.
Je déteste les tests. Je déteste les tests.
Il y a trop de questions. Je déteste les
There's too many questions.
Tu n'oses
North or south, east or west, all the world detests tests. I'm most worried that one of them is going to lose one of their bones or more when we do this. North, south, east or west, tout le monde, all the world detests tests. Je déteste les tests. Je déteste les tests.
Je suis trop intelligent.
I am very
Ils ne
intelligent,
sont pas faciles.
but they are not easy.
Tout le monde
Déteste les tests.
Bon, vous êtes prêts maintenant pour la
You are
troisième
ready
question?
for the
Dernière
third question?
partie. Non.
Dernier. There's another new word, but there is kind of a memory trick for that. So dernier, if anybody has a parent right at hand, and if you ask them if they have a derriere, they would probably be able to tell you, because it's kind of an expression that we use in English that is sort of a polite way of saying you're behind. Okay? So you all have a derriere. Trust me, you're all sitting on your derriere. If you were walking away, it was the last thing that people would see. So dernier is the last. Okay? So the last question, dernier. Now, I don't know if that's going to help you remember it, but it's as close as I can come to a memory trick for remembering dernier. Okay? The last.
Non. Nous sommes prêts pour
We are ready for
dire.
to
Pour dire.
say
Oui, pour dire.
for saying
Par.
au revoir.
Oh oui, c'est vrai. C'est tout.
It's true.
Bravo!
It's all
Youpi! Youpi! Pour aujourd'hui.
for today.
Zut.
And now they're saying, oh darn.
Dirai plus vite.
Okay. We're going to go very quickly to the Bingo Palace.
Bingo Palace.
Before we go there, I have one question.
Okay.
Is it cheating using my brother to help me build my house?
No, I wouldn't say so, because what's going to get all the help that you want, because this isn't really about building your houses, you guys. So what it's about is the stuff that you put in it. Okay? And what you guys will be doing later is you will be labeling everything in your house en français. Okay? And you're gonna have to memorize in French all the things in your house, because I am going to be meeting with you at your house and going through your house, and I'm going to be pointing to things and saying, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it? And if you can't tell me what it is, then I delete it.
And when are you going to go around and do that?
Oh, it won't be for a few weeks.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you time, lots of time to get the stuff in there that you want, and then you're going to have to do some research, and you're going to have to start labeling it, and we'll go through that, like next class we'll go through how to label it and stuff like that. But then I'm going to go through and I'm going to unlabel things. Okay, and I'm either going to ask you to label it again while I'm there, or I'm going to ask you to say it, and likely I'm going to ask you to say it. Okay, so you'll have to repeat it back to me, and if you can't repeat back to me what it is, like the fridge is le frigo. If you can't tell me that, what your fridge is en français, then you're going to have a house without a fridge. I will delete it, and then you have to go get another fridge again. Okay? So you don't want to do that. And you don't want to lose your pet, do you? That would be heartbreaking to lose your pet. Okay, so we're off to the bingo place, and you guys are going to, this can be very challenging, so you're going to have to listen very carefully. There's two ways to get there. One is by going to your web page on the right hand side of your page, and you know, if you don't see it, go to show and go to web, check that so that it comes up. Number 27 is bingo, so I'm going to click on that bingo link, number 27, and that's going to take me to the Bingo Palace. Now you can either go there like I did, or else you can just join me there. Okay, And we'll see that I've put up lots of support materials for you here. And you can see this first sign here is about duplicating things, because you have got, what you're going to do is you're each going to stand on a card. And I'm going to call out numbers in French. And the numbers won't go any higher than 24, even though you do have numbers higher than 24 on there. But all you have to look for is the numbers between 1 and 24. And what you'll have to do is when you spot one on your card, you click one of the chips that are to the left of your card. You right click on it. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. You right click on the chip, so you select it. Because it's not yours, you can't move it. You can only duplicate it and then move that duplicate over the number that I called in French. Okay? It's pretty simple. Now, if you don't know how to move things, when you right click on it and you duplicate it, it's selected. So you just need to use your arrow keys to move it over top. Now, listen carefully. If your arrow keys moves it too far or not far enough, you can hold, after you selected it, hold down your shift key. And if you hold down your shift key, it'll just move it little by little. So you'll be able to move it exactly on top of the number that I called. Okay,
So we each need to find a board that only has numbers under 24?
No, they all have numbers over 24. But I'm just going to be calling the numbers under 24, 24 and under. And what will happen is you will win when you get 5 anywhere on the board. Okay? And the prize for the first one to get to have 5 chips on their board.
In a row?
No, it doesn't have to be on a row. It can be any which way. Because I don't think that there's a single card on there that's going to be able to get the numbers under 24 in a row. Okay, and as you can see, as we learn more and more numbers, I'm going to call higher and higher numbers too. And eventually, I'll be calling numbers from 1 to 100. And you guys...
Mr. Holden?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where are you? It's Lola.
Well, all you have to do is join me and you can find out.
Yeah, I'm at the bingo place, but I don't see you anywhere.
Oh, I'm just standing in the middle square. But it doesn't matter where I am. What you guys need to do, because I'm going to be up in the air watching down below, okay, to see everyone's doing okay. So you're probably not going to see me. I'm going to be up above. But you need to be select a card. So everybody needs to be standing on a card.
How do we move the chips again?
Okay, I will repeat it. And you guys are going to have to do it with one chip, because you'll notice that there's a free one. Do you see on your card, there's one square that says free. Does everybody see that? Okay, if everyone could stand on their card and go to where their free spot is. Oh, and I see some people have already covered their free spot. If you're on your board, you should be on your board. Find the chips either to the left or the right. It doesn't really matter. Right click on one of those red chips. Go to the top of the properties, object properties box. And you'll see third from the left, you'll see an icon that says duplicate. So you need to duplicate that chip. Now once you've duplicated that red chip, you just need to use your arrow keys to move that chip over top of your free space. Okay, so I see Declan and Tobias are on the same card. You need to get a separate card, you guys. Okay, and I see most people have done it just perfectly. You guys, you're doing really well. Right click on the chip, duplicate it, and then move it over that free space. So Tobias, yeah, you're moving to another card. Thanks, Tobias. So Declan, right click on one of those chips to the left or right, those red chips. That's it, and move it to where you're standing. You might need to move a little bit so that you can see what's at your feet. Okay, and if you need to fly up a little bit and look down, once you've got it, yeah, it would be fine too. Okay, it might be a little bit easier if you're up a little bit. Then to look down, and up. You use the page down, page up key. All right, I am going to start. Ready or not? If you can't do it at this point, it's because you haven't been working with your house. You haven't been doing the things that you've been asked to do, okay? Or you would know how to do this. So you are going to have to watch the video to see how it's done, I guess. And I'm going to start with the first number. So you're going to have to look on your card for 18. 18. Okay, so I'm going to do one as well, just so that those watching the recording can see how it's done. All right, 18.
What's these weed again?
No, no, no. I'm not going to tell you because you're supposed to know that. Okay, and if you don't know it, then that's a problem for you, not for the rest of the class. Okay, all right. The next number is 16. 16. So look on your card and see if you got 16. Okay, the next number I'm pulling is 14. 14. Boy, I haven't pulled any easy ones, have I? Yet. 14. The next number, was our new number. 20. 20. Okay, and the next number, I'm moving fairly quickly, is 19. 19. So if you have 19, cover it with a... Okay, the next number is 10. 10. The next number after 10 is 5. 5. The next number, numero A, is 2. 2. Et the next numéro, c'est 11. 11. Après 11, le numéro 1. 1. OK. Après 1, et 21. 21. And you call out bingo once you've got 5 squares covered. 5 chips. Oh, I think I see someone with 5 chips already. But they're going to have to call out bingo.
They have it. It doesn't matter if they're in a row or not.
No, it doesn't matter if they're in a row.
Bingo.
Who is that?
Amabel.
Amabel. Guess what, Amabel? Let me just see. Let me look where you are. Okay. So if we look at Amabel's chips, I notice you got 63 there covered. You might want to move that off. But
That I couldn't move it off.
Okay.
That's the one that I couldn't move off.
oh, okay. Somebody else might have moved that one on there, so I'll just delete it. Okay. There we go. So if you guys see where Amabel's is, she has her free space. She has 1, which is numero 1. She has 5, numero 5. She has 11, which is 11. She has 18, which is 18. And I noticed that you also have one on 24, but I hadn't called 24 yet. But that's okay because you still have 5 chips, which is all we required. So Amabel, you are the grand winner. And guess what you win? You win some free services from me. So I will come to your house and I will help you with something. So if you've got something that you need help with, I will come and spend like 15 minutes with you, okay, and help you with that. All right? So you guys, to be ready for the next bingo next week, what you need to have is you need to know your numbers 30, 40, and 50. Okay? And so if you've got 50, of course, is 50, and it'll be on the homework page, you guys, so you don't need to worry about that. And 55 would be 55. 40, which is 40. 7, which is 7, would be 47. And 33 would be, anybody care to guess what 33 would be?
30.
33, oui. So is that simple or what? Pretty simple. Amabel, I'm circling your name because you are the winner today. Congratulations. Félicitations is congratulations en français.
Or can we delete the tiles off the bingo board now?
Yes, and in fact, you have to because nobody else can except for maybe me. And I don't want to have to go around and clean up everyone's board after them, okay? So if you would please all make sure that you delete the bingo chips that you created, okay? And for homework, on the homework page is going to be a document within minutes. And that document will have, I'm going to send you you'll have a link that you can click on, and it will show you all the questions that you need to know what they mean and possible responses to them. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to study. You also will have a link to the Télé Français 6. And you guys, a heads up to you guys, heads up, next week I'm going to be pulling your names whenever some words come up. I'm going to pull your names, and I don't really seek to embarrass anyone, and I hope I never ever embarrass anyone. But I do expect you to be able to say what you think it is, those words are, or at least say je ne sais pas. All right, at the very least. But I do want you going through, you have to go through those Télé Français. And when I go through it with you, it's just to confirm what you've already guessed to be true. Okay? So do go through that. Do go through your numbers. Do go through those phrases that you need to know what they mean and how to respond to them. Okay? And that's your homework for this week. Okay? I have to say, you guys, you are a wonderful group. I love meeting with you guys. So this makes me very happy to have you guys as a class. So I look forward to next week, and I look forward to seeing you in World. Again, your housing, by the way, is not the goal of this course, to teach you how to be a builder. But and I don't care what it looks like inside your house. If you move a cat in there and your cat is like halfway to the ceiling, that's okay. If you have a fridge and it's sort of overlapping with the stove, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay. As long as you have the fridge labeled and the stove labeled, and I don't even expect that at this point, okay? If you want to learn how to build, by the way, I will mention, and I've already started taking names for next semester's Art 8 course. So if you are in grade 5, unfortunately you're out of luck. You cannot take the Art 8 course. But if you're in grade 6 or grade 7 or grade 8, you can take the IMT Art 8 course next semester. So that would be starting in January. And that will teach you how to do amazing things with your home and everything else. You'll become a builder, which will be very useful for you if you end up taking IMT courses, because they often have projects. So instead of building a volcano on your kitchen table and making your mom and dad really angry because of the mess that's all over the place, you can build your volcano in a virtual environment where it's nice and clean, and you can keep it. You don't have to throw it out. You know, all those kinds of things, okay? So if you're interested, and maybe if you could just let me know right now, I'll see what kind of interest there is so that we see if there's enough kids to run the course. Who would be interested in taking art next year? And you have to say your name, okay?
I am.
Emmett.
Nika.
So, okay, I've got Emmett.
So next year, if you're in grade 5, you can't take it?
Next year in grade 5, no, you cannot take it. You can take courses that are 2 grades above your grade, but not 3 above. Sorry. But by the time you get to grade 6, you'll probably know all of this stuff. Anyway. Okay, so I have Emmett and Nika. And so Emmett and
I
Nika.
think I'd be interested in doing that.
Marcus.
Okay, but you have to tell me who you are because there's all kinds of people speaking.
Marcus, I'll join.
Marcus.
Lydia.
Okay, so I've got Marcus,
And
Lydia,
Lola. Amabel.
Amabel, and
Lola.
Lola. Okay, if there's anybody else, you can let me know. All right, just to give me a message, and I'll put your name down. Meanwhile, merci pour un bon classe. Thank you for a good class. If you just bow your heads for a moment, and I just want to ask God's blessing on you guys. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for these students and for the opportunity for us to get together, both as teachers and students, as friends, as fellow Christians. Lord, we just pray your blessing upon each one as they go their way. We thank you for your protection on them over the Halloween season and that everyone came through safe and sound. And Lord, we just pray that you be with them in the week to come, helping them with their homework to become more developed. And that, Lord, in some way and somehow, the French that they learn in our classes are going to enable them to reach out to the world in a profound way. We ask these things in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Amen. Well, we'll see you guys. And you can feel free to hang around, and I will keep the sound on if you guys want to interact with each other and go visit your homes and stuff like that.
Au revoir.
Okay?
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.